And we're back with some more Factorio. See, I'm not running from it. It's just, it takes a little time to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. This is our home planet, and we have come back here to do a little bit of a restock. Our ship, the Event Horizon here, well, we burned through a lot of resources on the planet we were on. So we needed to stock back up on, mining drills, express transport belt, all that stuff. Now, when we did all of that, it immediately redlined our iron plates. It's just, it takes an enormous amount of resource. What the hell did you guys send up? You know what? Well, let's just say it's not quite finished with the top up. So if you'll notice here, our iron plate belt is looking decidedly anemic. The reason for that is, well, we kind of designed this with upgrades in mind, and we've never got around to upgrading it because technology has moved so fast. So I think we need to do just like a few minor upgrades here. Like we will have to rip this out and do a complete replacement at some point. But right now, all we need to do is really just top up the iron. So I figure upgrade this to blue belt, stretch it back a little bit more, add in a few more furnaces. Maybe we can just squeeze out enough iron to keep us going. It shouldn't be that hard. So first up, we upgrade all of the basic stuff here. We have the upgrade planner. We're just going to take any red or yellow stuff and turn it into blue, and any small electric poles get turned into medium electric poles. This should work, but we'll just try it on one lane first before we go a little bit too crazy. So let's just say all of you. Yeah, we will probably have some logistics robots come from over here, construction robots from over here to help out. Yeah, there we go. Easy peasy, not a problem. And let's just do all of this. Logistics robots? Yay! Yeah, we could just finish this all off. There's like a bunch of this was put in so long ago, you kind of just forget what it's doing there and why. Our entire mall, this old school one, is level 2. Like we haven't even upgraded to level 3 fabricators. This is ridiculous. Also, we should probably start upgrading to electromagnet. No. We're not getting involved in a big upgrade spree yet. All we're trying to do is just get enough iron plate to make sure that we don't ever run out of that again for a while. So that just means we need lots and lots of the basics. So undergrounds, inserters, furnaces, and a bunch of speed modules. Should be no problem. A few extra rows added. I think it's like 5 extra smelters. Everything's upgraded to blue just to maybe speed it along that little bit more. And we upgraded all of this stuff to blue transport belt as well. We also upgraded a lot of the stuff here. Oh, actually not enough of it though. You know what? There. Perfect. All of you guys can get upgraded as well. That should make sure that we keep up with this. I've decided to add on a lot more excess, just slack capacity. We're going to need a few extra of these because at some point we're going to do a massive upgrade spree. And having lots more of those in storage might be a good idea. It's also why we've boosted a bunch of the cog production gears. We're going to need a bunch of those. But that should hopefully mean that our iron won't flatten out every time we try and do a big space project, because we have to make a quick spaceship. We need another cargo runner. Right now, if we go over to Fulgora, we can actually produce science here. We're doing it at quite a decent... In fact, we've filled up on science. We need a ship to run back and forth and basically dump science. That's it. Oh, and this thing has no shut-off. Or does it? I don't think it does. Yeah, at some point it'll back up, I suppose. Hopefully it'll start running again. You know what? Not going to worry about it. All we have to do is put together something like this. Put together one of these. And use that to cargo, well, the science back and forth. And at that point we'll have automated all but one planet for science production. I do like the way the spaceship's built in this game. Yeah, we're going to need more. More of that foundation. Once the foundation goes in, that gives us the rest of the bits and bobs. Oh. We might need to get our hands on some asteroid collectors Mark IIIs. Yeah, I remember now, we made these things with a little bit of upgraded equipment installed. We might have to crank out a few more of those. The Earl King Fulgora. It's basically the same as all of our other Earl Kings, or Earls. They're just, very... I had barely any memory of making these or designing these. Yeah, they're pretty tricky. Oh, damn it. Empties are damaged and destroyed? Yeah, it's taken care of-ish. Yeah, there we go. I think we lost a we've lost a few bits and bobs here and there. But anyway, this is now doing cargo runs. It goes to Fulgura, grabs 2,000 science, and then it comes back. That's it. Well, yeah, it needs to make sure it has 1,000 science in stock, but usually ends up with between 1,000 and 1,900. Then it pops back and forth and heads over to Navis. The reason we send them all to Navis, of course, is because of these super labs. Doubles the productivity of anything you put into it, so we just end up with twice as much science coming out. And this thing requests the science. That 2,000 science then gets distributed around. And currently, well, we've knocked out a few things. Let's see. Energy Shield Mark II is just about to finish, but we've already finished Mech Armor, Tesla Weapons, Personal Roboboats Mark II, and Personal Batteries Mark III, and Quality Modules Mark III. Oh, and the newer improved Lightning Collectors Mark II. So what we are doing right now is we have gone back to Fulgura, and we have brought with us on our ship, the Event Horizon here, 100 upgraded, where is it? Blue circuits. Ah, yes. 100 rare processing units. Now, the reason we got the 100 rare processing units is if we go back under the tech tree and we go all the way to the bottom and we find the armor and we hover over it, you see it needs 100 processing units. We brought 100 rare ones. It needs 200 holmium plate, 50 superconductors, 50 supercapacitors, and 1 power armor Mark II. We are wearing 1 power armor Mark II, and it's a level 3 rare. So we're going to make ourselves 200 rare holmium plate, 50 rare superconductors, and 50 rare supercapacitors. We have to make all of those. So back to the Event Horizon, and we're going to drop down some... Where are you? Ah, here we go. Quality Modules Mark II. So, they'll get dropped down to the planet, and then we're going to use all of those and plug them into the system. This will slow down science production. We don't care. Okay, this is not so bad. We've got the 100 blue processors we need. In fact, let's just make a chest right here. So, we have the 100 blue processors. Now what we need is, starting at the smallest, 50 supercapacitors, which are these thingamywatts that's over here. We need 50 rare supercapacitors. We have chucked a bunch of quality modules in here. Not quality modules, but level 2s. As good as we can make right now. Actually, we can go up to level 3s. Level 3s just require superconductors, processing units, advanced circuits. Ooh. Actually, it might be an idea just to make a few of these. Damn it. Why am I getting this? No. We need this armor. The reason we need this armor is it's just the coolest. Look at it. I mean, be one with the machine. Also, I believe it comes with like a built-in hover pack or something so you can hover over a bad terrain. I want it. So, yeah, I think we're going to start putting together a small production facility for quality modules. Nope. I've looked through this. We designed this to actually eat all the red circuits, so there's no backlog of red circuits. Blue circuits we got in spades. We got loads of those lying around the place. And why is this backed up a bit? Is the stone causing issues, or something's backlogging one side of the line? So only one side is flowing. Why is that? Batteries. Gotta be batteries, right? Yeah, we take the batteries out, start flowing again. Ah! We never put in a battery backup. Or a battery relief valve. Oh, bugger. How are we going to manage that? Yeah, we got lazy here. When we initially came down to this planet, the plan was logistics belts and basically build it up from the ground up without any stuff from the space. You might send in a few things that would just to speed up, like us grinding. But by and large, it was, could we build up from nothing to build a rocket to escape the planet? And yes. But now we've just thrown down some logistics robots to simplify our lives, and the excess batteries get dumped over here. They turn into either copper or steel, or copper iron plate, and that gets just dumped onto the line here. At this point, it's getting ground up. Ooh, these guys can't really keep up with it, though, can they? Maybe we should have turned them into chests first. If we turned them into chests, that would be an awful lot faster. A little bit of quick modifications here to our SpaghettiOs, and now the iron plate is no longer backing up on the line, which is good. We've set up a little bit of automation on this. If there's more than 9,000 batteries on the line, this thing starts turning those batteries into scrap, or recycling them. At the same time, over here, we're slowly accumulating the parts we want. We have 31 of the holmium plate rare. We even got a few epics in there, which is nice. Unfortunately, we've only got about 4 of the superconductors and 3 of the supercapacitors. However, there's some things we can do to help hopefully speed this along, I think. You know what, let's try this. You know what, no. Put you there. Oh, research is done. Yeah, we cranked up electrical weapons a bit because I think that bonus is like 70% for the first level. And electric weapons are good against those giant worms on the volcano planet. Now, what else have we got left here? I think we've got all the research under this. Oh, discover the planet Aquilo. Yeah, we should do that. That's going to take 3,000 research, and it requires agricultural, metallurgical, and electromagnetic. So it requires all of the researches we've done up till now to unlock this one. Totally worth it. That means all our little ships are going to have to start doing a whole bunch more round trips. Now over here. This is a recycler, and you can put productivity modules into a recycler. So if we were to, say, take 100 of this holmium plate uncommon, in fact, just a second, put all of these down here. I want to move these out of the way. Right, give us all of the uncommon plate. If we chuck it into the recycler should spit out holmium plate uncommon, right? Or does it? Yes. But it should also potentially spit out upgraded variants too. I think that's working. Yeah, worst case scenario, it's getting rid of this uncommon plate. So, yeah. Take it all. This should allow us to more rapidly gain access to that 200 holmium plate rare that we're looking for. Oh yeah, it's definitely working. I'm not seeing any coming in from out there. So, the 37 we've got in there. Let's chuck in some more of this. Oh, there we go. We actually got one. Alright, so it does work, but it's not amazing. Still, every little bit helps. Have a looking on the other front. Yeah, this is going to take a while. I think we're going to have to start preparing for the next planet and come back to this later when it's done. Yeah, this is taking too long, and I'm impatient. So we're just going to use a pretty much jury-rig setup where we just dump in a bunch of resources to make ourselves some productivity modules, or quality modules Mark III. Higher the quality, better the item is. And having really high quality armor is good. It just gives you a larger grid. It just does everything better. And we would like to keep that up. So you, how are you doing? You are going to be very slow. Yeah, productivity plus 50%, quality plus 10%. Yeah, that sounds about right. We can't put this near any speed modules or it will affect the quality. There has been a thesis done on whether you should use like all quality modules or maybe productivity modules or speed modules and all sorts of things. Oh, you want to immediately go back in there. And done. Excellent. So we want to feed back in the quality modules so that we have a higher chance of getting better quality modules out. We're going to put together a bunch of these, and then once this is full, we're going to start putting them into these. Probably in order. Or maybe, we'll see which one is taking the longest to fill out its quota. And then we'll decide who gets the newest, shiniest quality modules. Hey! New tip, Aquilo briefing. There's a freezing wasteland with ammonia-based oceans in it's the most distant planet where the usage of solar panels is practically impossible. Sounds wonderful. Entity logistics robots and entity construction robots are much weaker here. Okay. The only familiar resource here is entity crude oil, so they're basically dependent on planetary logistics. The player could end up stranded without enough support from other planets. Oh, okay, so you can't build up from scratch here. The surface is quite small and needs to be expanded. Oceans can be landfilled by ice platforms? A stable floating platform of ice for sufficiently cold planets to be walkable. Concrete uses its foundation for buildings and protects the ice from melting. Entities can be heated to operate using entity heating towers. Right, that's, sounds like fun. Well, this is sort of compounding in on itself. For having 5 quality Mark III modules in there, we should be getting about 12.5% quality bonus. Just increases your odds of getting a higher quality item. We're getting 16% because, well, we chucked back in all the uncommon quality modules we got out of it. Nice to get a few rares. And then what we've done is we've slowly replaced all of the quality modules in all of the machines around the place. And I think this is the final... Wait, nope. This one here Shall allow us to boost recycling slightly. Though I might wait until we have a few more uncommons. Like, I think I'll let this just run for a bit. Just until we crank out a few more of these. We'll probably get a few more uncommons and maybe even a rare or two. But the funny part is, if this spits out rares, when it just hits that point, it will actually spit out 2 at a time, which is kind of nice. Why is the answer always scaling up more? Actually, why is the answer not always scaling up more? You know what? It's done. It's done. We've got, like, these two will smash through all of the modules we're bringing in. We're basically just importing quality modules from our home base, just to upgrade a few of them to hopefully get this done just that little bit faster. Really, really want to go onto this new planet. I think it's going to be really painfully difficult. Yeah, this is very much a hodgepodge way of getting the armor. We probably should have went off and done something else while we're waiting for this to all churn through, but I'm impatient today for some reason. Anyway, we need another 5 rare superconductors. We also need actually a whole bunch of holmium plate, about 36. We can do is little things like this. They give us 126 at superconducting material. Then what we'll do is we will chuck a whole bunch of quality modules into this thing. You can recycle stuff for quality, and then we chuck these in there. So the superconductors go in, and then they get recycled and come out, and we get... I actually thought these were going to break down into the component parts, but this actually is much easier. So we can take the greens and turn them into blues. Oh, and the occasional epic. Percentage, this is plus 8% quality, minus 6. Oh! Damn it. This is the wrong place to be doing this. We're in a range of speed beacons. You see, speed beacons affect the quality of an item. So, for example, this thing here, if we stick in 2 of these, we get quality plus 8%. We stick in 1 speed module, however, and the quality bonus drops to 6.5 because the speed module messes with it. So you're best off if you've got limited items just going, well, as heavy into quality as you possibly can, which is what we're supposed to be doing. Oopsie. That's 3 more rares. Actually, are we up? Are we got enough now? No, we just need 2 more. So, yeah, just stick those in there. Might take a little bit longer to process this time around, but we should hopefully have another couple in a few minutes. Hey, that is 50. So, that means we have enough of each one except for the holmium plate. That's fine. You're not being speed boosted, are you? No, you're fine. You're getting the correct quality amounts. But we can get rid of all this junk over here then. So now we can pop down over here, and we would like to say, give us all the green. Yeah, give us all that green holmium plate, and we will chuck it in there. It's got a 14.4% quality chance of getting a quality upgrade. 67. Yeah. It'll take a minute, but yeah, we might have to break down some more things. So these are some leftovers we got from the capacitors. We didn't have enough capacitors, so we broke down the capacitors into component parts, and then with a recycler, and then re-put them through a machine. I guess it's just a case of grinding up a few bits here and there. I really want this armor. Finally. Turns out the easiest way was just to make lots of this plate, and then just recycle the basic ones until eventually it spit us out enough blues. So we've done it. We've got 200 of the blue. In fact, we'll chuck some of these back. We don't need you guys. Then we're going to need, at least 50 of these guys. Done. And then over at the capacitor sector, we need 50 of these. Damn. Leave 15 behind, I suppose. These ones we actually overproduced slightly. Very improbable. And then finally, we've got the processing units. And that is everything we need to make the armor. And I figure, well, we try and bonus it up. As in, hopefully we can get a slightly higher grade armor if we do it this way. Oh, yeah, we also have to take off the armor we're wearing. Yeah, that might take a second. That's... Oh, that stuff. Yeah, we're going to have to... 1 second while I empty the inventory. You see, taking off this armor, it reduces our inventory size dramatically. And if there was anything in our inventory, it would explode out of our character. Actually, unless they patched that. It's been a while since I played. But anyway, let's load this up. And let's see what Randy has in store for us today. If we get lucky, we might get slightly better than rare, as in the purple variant. It doesn't really matter so much. And what is that? Oh. No. I'm trying to... Yeah. Okay, so all of the equipment that was inside the armor got spit out. Yeah, I'm not trying to pick it up. If we try and pick it up, see this machine here? Yeah, this machine, if we accidentally right-click it, I'm pretty sure we destroy everything that's in it. So let's not do that. Come on, Randy. Come on. Come on. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm not sure what the odds of that were, but... Oh, my... oh, yeah, there's the jump jetpack thing. We can fly over stuff. Oh, that is all sorts of awesome sauce. Whee! Oh, 1 second. How big is the inventory screen on this? Oh, yeah, that is way bigger than before. And it's going to be able to hold a bunch of equipment. You give me all this. All of it. We're going to have space for you inside our armor and then some. Yeah, chuck it all in. Where's the nuclear reactors? Go for it. Shield. And still space left over. Nice. You have to actually scroll to see the whole inventory. This is perfect. I mean, more personal roboports and exoskeletons and stuff would be not. Ooh, yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh, and we can fly over the seas as well. That's going to make exploring this place so much easier. I did an explore in the background. If I had just waited for the armor, I could have done it way faster. 1 second, let's just... Yeah, over this... Whoa, actually, wait. Before we go... Pretty sure I kept some spares on the event horizon. Like, did we keep some extra gear here, like legs or... No, we did not. I was hoping we kept a little bit of extra gear we could drop down. Never mind. Gonna do a little bit of exploration out here. I want to see what this corner of the map has to hold. This robot suit is awesome. Also, we found this nice long area over here for expansion. However, you still got to import all of the scrap from the islands. We need to get around putting in a trade station or something to one of these that's got, you know, several million on it. Like, that's got 16, that's got 13. Almost like the smaller the island, the more scrap it's got. Like, there's 37 million. That would keep this place going for a long, long time. However, we have run into a little bit of a problem. Namely, this next planet we want to go to. If we check on the space map, we can see that this place has solar power of 60% in space. That's going to make it a little bit trickier for our ships. So we might need to upgrade before we go there. For example, Fulgora, 120% in space. Glebe is 200%. Navis is 300%. Vulcanus is 600%. But I was thinking we probably need to put some sort of scaled production in place. As in, when we go to Aquila, we're going to need ships to ferry us back and forth resources to just even set up, it seems. There's no way... Well, maybe there is a way to set up. I'll have to double check that. But from what I'm understanding here, if you're going to settle on Aquila, you're going to need to import a whole bunch of resources to get your feet underneath you. And we don't have that. So far, our whole plan has been as follows. Welcome to Vulcanus. You're just going to put together a basic science production facility, and you're going to ship that back to Navis to get turned into whatever we need and knock out all the research. Basically, just get ourselves a foothold here. Glebe, same thing. Its only purpose here is to produce a bunch of science. Oh, we also produce a bunch of bulk inserters here. Our bulk inserters get produced here and sent back home also. And then Fulgora, well, yeah, again, all this place is doing is producing science to ship back home so that we can knock out more tech. Ooh, and I need to switch all of these back over to productivity modules and speed beacons. Much better. That's all the science back online the way it should be. We got rid of all the quality modules. We didn't need them anymore. All right, this armor is absolutely awesome, and I'm glad we got it, but we do need to make some decisions here. I think our best bet... Let's get away from all the noise for a second. I think our best bet is to go back to Vulcanus. Right now, we've gained access to lots and lots of this stuff, cliff explosives. We can use that to clear a much larger area and actually flatten it out and put in a proper big expansion. And then what we do here is, well, prepare for the expansion to Aquilo. What we want to do is turn this place into a production facility for everything we're going to probably need on Aquilo. Put in a proper size mall, do things like that. But we can't really go ham. We don't really want to build everything we're possibly going to need, because once we gain access to Aquilo, things change again. This gives us access to two things. One is Foundation. Foundation is going to allow us to put down, fill in lava, oil, oceans, and most water. This allows us to basically floor wherever we want, so we can make our base as big as we want, as square as we want, and we like making square bases. Then it also gives us access to legendary quality modules, meaning we can make modules of excellent, well, of just the best quality, which opens up all of the options for us. So these two are absolutely essential, which means what we kind of want to do is get there, unlock cryogenic plants, the basics, knock out, like, the basic of the research. Ooh, there's a portable fusion reactors. Like, knock out a bunch of the basic stuff, and then go back and start on actual proper mega basing. But we can't do that until we've set up a proper foothold on the planet, which is going to require us to import a lot of resources, which means we're going to need to set up a proper production facility, and Volcana seems like the logical conclusion because, well, Navisphere, it is a lovely planet. However, we have, ooh, maybe we should cut down on the research for a while. You know what? Let's pause that research. Let's pause it. Let's let that pollution cloud dissipate. I remember we turned this off earlier so we wouldn't have to deal with more raids. Yeah, oopsie, may have been researching for a bit long. It's been a while since we played, so we've forgotten how messy this gets. Oh, that reminds me, actually, before we leave here, we should probably throw ourselves together a bit of a gun. Oh, the Tesla turret required... We got Tesla turret and Tesla ammo. Do we not get some sort of Tesla weaponry? Ah, Tesla weapons, Tesla gun. We need to make ourselves a Tesla gun, give ourselves some Tesla ammo, and maybe get ourselves a few discharge defenses. That will allow us to clean out some more space on the Volcanus planet against those annoying giant worms. Shai-Hulud needs to go. But yes, put together a bunch of these, and then I think the next episode is going to be all about getting Volcanus up to speed and producing a lot of rockets. We're going to need to ship all the stuff off the planet, so we're going to need multiple rocket launch silos and lots of resources going into them to actually build the rockets, productivity modules, and because there's infinite resources there, we should be able to just mass produce stuff. Spider eggs might be a bit of an issue. You know what? We'll worry about that next. For now, I'm going to cut this out here. I hope you enjoyed. Good luck.